The story begins by showing a woman named Emma walking while on the phone with her boss. Apparently, Emma was given an assignment by her boss to carry out an assassination of a man who was walking towards her. In just a matter of seconds, Emma managed to finish off her target. Afterwards, Emma went to the toilet to change her clothes and her fake hair. We are told that Emma is a top assassin who always works with her boss, Raj. Later, Emma leaves the place to go home. Upon arriving home, Emma was awaited by her 2 children and her husband, Dave. Dave is an innocent man who does not know if Emma's job is actually a hitman. During this time, Emma claimed to work for a traveling company, which resulted in her always being busy and often going abroad. A few minutes later, Dave approached Emma and said today was their wedding anniversary. Emma immediately apologized for being so busy at work. She forgot about their anniversary, but Emma promised they would immediately celebrate it tomorrow. The next day, while Emma was preparing breakfast for Dave and her 2 children, Raj, Emma's boss, suddenly contacted her. Here, Raj asked Emma to do another job to finish off someone in Argentina. However, Emma refused as she had just returned home yesterday and didn't want to make Dave, her husband, suspicious. After explaining, Raj finally understood Emma's position and ordered another hitman to cover the mission. Then, Raj reminded Emma that Emma should be careful because Raj had received information that Emma was being hunted by another group of hitmen called Sovereign. The exact reason why the Sovereign group is hunting Emma is not yet known, but Emma must always be vigilant. In the evening, Dave invites Emma to enjoy the night together. Dave also provides a nurse's outfit to make their game even hotter. However, Emma, who was very tired, was forced to refuse Dave's invitation and move their game schedule to tomorrow night. Emma promises that tomorrow night the game will be even hotter, and they will do their game in a luxury hotel. Even to increase the excitement of the game, Emma asked Dave that they pretend not to know each other first, then they would meet at the hotel bar as if by accident. After that, they get acquainted and play the game in the hotel room. Emma believes that if they use this method, their passion will increase. In the end, Dave agreed to the suggestion. In the morning, Emma is seen chatting with Dave's sister. Emma told her that she and Dave would meet at the hotel later that night, so Emma asked her sister to look after her 2 children at home. Luckily, the younger sister didn't mind and was ready to look after Emma's 2 children. Later that evening, Emma arrived first at the hotel bar. Emma then ordered a drink while waiting for Dave's arrival. As for Dave himself, he was still on his way because he was stuck in traffic. However, Emma was approached by an old man who seemed very interested in Emma's beauty. Then, the grandfather invited Emma to get acquainted and invited Emma to chat. However, Emma was uninterested in the grandfather, so she ignored him until he got annoyed and left her. Not long after, Dave came over to Emma. Here, Dave pretends not to know Emma and invites Emma to get acquainted again, as they did before. Dave then uses the nickname Jack, while Emma claims to be Alice. They both seemed very happy and enjoyed the charade. While chatting, the grandfather suddenly returned to Emma and Dave. Here, the grandfather intended to invite them both because tonight, he would celebrate a birthday party in his room. After drinking together, he gave them his room number. He hoped that Emma and Dave would come. A few minutes later, Emma and Dave were seen heading to the room they had booked. Upon arrival, Emma asked Dave to wait on the bed because she would get ready in the bathroom. Here, Emma is seen deliberately buying time and then playing relaxing music that makes Dave fall asleep. After Dave fell asleep, Emma turned on the timer on her cell phone and left the room. It turned out that Emma intended to go to the grandfather's room alone to fulfill the grandfather's invitation earlier. However, when she got there, Emma was immediately held at gunpoint by the grandfather and asked to stand in front of him. It turned out that this grandfather was a hitman from the Sovereign group targeting Emma. Emma had also found out about the grandfather's true identity, so she came through his room alone. The grandfather said that the head of the Sovereign group wanted Emma alive and that the hitmen who could catch Emma would be rewarded so much. Therefore, the grandfather intends to invite Emma to cooperate by pretending to have been successfully captured by him. If the reward is paid, the grandfather promises to divide it in half with Emma and release Emma back. Hearing this, Emma only smiled and then firmly refused. Then, the grandfather threatened to shoot Emma, but suddenly the grandfather fell unconscious. Apparently, since meeting at the hotel bar earlier, Emma had known the grandfather's true identity, so she immediately mixed the grandfather's drink with the poison that Emma had prepared. The purpose of Emma installing a timer on her cell phone is to calculate how fast the poison will work. Shortly after that, Dave contacted Emma and asked what Emma was doing. Emma said she was buying something downstairs and she would be back soon. After the call was turned off, the grandfather suddenly regained consciousness. The grandfather immediately shot in all directions, but fortunately, Emma could dodge. Emma quickly finished off the old man. Afterwards, Emma returned to her hotel room to continue the game with Dave. The next day, Emma and Dave were back home and about to have lunch with their 2 children. While eating, Emma keeps busy with her cell phone because she is apparently telling Raj about the grandfather who intends to arrest Emma. Then, Dave tried to reprimand Emma by saying that no one should be holding a cell phone while eating, but Emma ignored Dave. Emma also asked for permission to leave because Raj had contacted her. In the call, Raj said that Emma's location had now been discovered by the hitmen from the Sovereign Group. Therefore, if Emma's family wants to stay safe, then Emma must immediately go to the airport right now. Inside the house, Dave also received news from his sister that there had been a murder of an old man at the hotel where Dave and Emma stayed last night. When he saw the photo, Dave was shocked that the victim was the old man who had been chatting with Emma. In a panic, Dave immediately told Emma because, in the news caption, the police had suspected the couple who had last chatted with the grandfather at the hotel bar last night. Dave intends to call the police to explain that they are not the culprits, but Emma forbids it because last night, they used fake identities so that the police would further accuse them of being the perpetrators. Emma asked Dave to calm down because the news would soon disappear. Then, Emma asked Dave for permission to leave because Emma had just been contacted by her boss for an urgent meeting. The meeting will be held outside the city, so Emma must go by plane and will return home on Monday. Hearing this, Dave did not allow Emma, because only yesterday Emma was at home, and now had to leave again. However, Emma pleaded with Dave, and he promised that Emma would take a few months off after this. In the end, Dave was forced to let Emma go. After Emma left, Dave saw the news on his phone about Grandpa's murder. Here, Dave is made even more panicked when the police report that they managed to find a photo of the couple who last chatted with the grandfather. Of course, the couple in question are Dave and Emma. Later that night, Dave tried to contact Emma to tell her all this, but unfortunately, Emma's phone number could not be reached. 2 days later, on Monday, Dave went to pick up Emma at the airport because Emma had promised to come home on Monday. However, after waiting for a long time, Dave never found Emma. Dave also asked the airport officer about passengers on behalf of Emma and Emma's destination city. Still, the officer replied that there was no passenger list on Emma's behalf. Then, Dave went to the parking lot and tried to contact Emma again, but her cell phone was still inactive. Not long after, Dave was approached by 2 police detectives who asked Dave to come to the office for questioning. Upon arrival at the police station, Dave was immediately interrogated about the grandfather's death at the hotel. The detective asked why Dave and Emma had chatted at the hotel bar moments before the grandfather's death. Dave swore that he and Emma had nothing to do with the grandfather's death. Moreover, Dave and Emma only chatted by chance with the grandfather because the grandfather had invited him to a birthday party. Then came an intelligence officer named Carver, who told Dave that his wife's real name was not Emma but Anna Paler. Anna has taken the identity of a woman named Emma, who died 8 years ago. Then Anna used that identity to live with Dave for 8 years. Then Dave was also shown with a photo of his wife at the airport with a destination to Germany. This surprised Dave because yesterday his wife said goodbye to go to another city, not another country. Then Dave is shown another photo of Raj, Emma's boss. Carver explains that Raj is an Indian man who always assigns Emma to finish off her targets. Carver also tells Dave that Emma is actually a hitman who has been wanted for a long time. Emma works with Raj, and they always finish all their targets very meekly. Hearing all that, Dave laughed because he thought it was all a joke. However, Dave was surprised when Carver said intelligence and detectives would never lie or give false data. After that, Dave was allowed to go home because it had been proven that Dave was not included in Emma's plot. Upon arriving home, Dave immediately went to the warehouse to look for Emma's belongings. Dave then managed to find a mysterious box containing fake hair, several passports, and weapons. This is where Dave believes Carver's words about Emma, meaning that Emma has been lying to Dave all this time. However, Dave still wanted to ask Emma directly first. In the afternoon, Carver suddenly visited Dave. Carver asked permission to search Dave's house to find Emma's belongings. However, Dave did not give permission because they needed a police warrant to search the house. In the end, Carver left Dave's house. The scene moves to Germany, precisely in the city of Berlin. Here we are shown Emma and Raj on their way somewhere, but they are being followed by a group of sovereign hitmen. Then, Emma deliberately exited the car, leading the hitmen to a quiet place. Upon arrival at the destination, Emma quickly finished off one of them. Then, Emma also attacked one of the female hitmen who kept chasing her. After that, Emma ran into Raj's car, but the remaining hitmen continued to shoot at Emma. In the end, Emma managed to escape to safety, but unfortunately, Raj was killed by gunfire. At the same time, Raj's cell phone suddenly rang because of an incoming call from an unknown number. When Emma picked up the phone, the caller turned out to be Dave, her husband. Here, Emma asked how Dave knew Raj's number. Dave replied that he knew the number from Emma's box, which Dave had previously dismantled. Dave then asked why Emma had lied to him all this time. Emma apologized, and she promised to explain later. Then, Dave asks for Emma's current location because he will follow Emma to Berlin to ask for an explanation from Emma directly. However, if Emma doesn't give the location, Dave will never forgive Emma. In the end, Emma was forced to give him her location, and they made an appointment to meet at a cafe. That same day, Dave flew to Berlin to meet Emma. Long story short, Dave and Emma met at the cafe they promised, and Emma immediately explained everything. Emma honestly said that her real name was Anna Paler. Emma has been trained since childhood by her father to become a great hitman. Emma's father deliberately molded Emma into a hitman so that Emma could finish off corrupt officials later. However, when Emma grew up and became the best hitman, a group called Sovereign wanted Emma to join them. Apparently, the Sovereign group was led by Carver, the intelligence chief. At that time, her father did not want to give Emma to the Sovereign group, so Carver cruelly killed Emma's father. From there, Emma immediately ran away and changed all her identities. Then, one day, Emma accidentally met Dave and had a relationship with him. As a result, until now, Emma has been being hunted by Carver because Carver wants Emma to join her group. While living with Dave, Emma is still an active hitman and always works with Raj, the Indian man. But to be sure, Emma's only targets were corrupt officials who were immune to the law, just as her father had wanted. Meanwhile, her purpose in going to Berlin with Raj is to get a Canadian passport. Emma plans to take Dave and her 2 children there so the Sovereign won't hunt them down. Emma then apologizes for never being honest with Dave. However, for the matter of her heart, Emma swore that she sincerely loved Dave. Hearing all the detailed explanations from Emma, Dave finally understood, and of course he would forgive Emma. Shortly after that, the Sovereign group arrived and immediately shot Emma with anesthetic bullets. Emma was already in a luxury villa in the forest when she woke up. As it turned out, the villa was Carver's headquarters and the head of the Sovereign group. Apparently, Carver not only kidnapped Emma and Dave, but she also kidnapped their 2 children. Then, Carver invited Emma to chat and said that this time, Emma must want to join her group because if not, Emma's 2 children would be killed by Carver. Carver also asked Emma to kill Dave, her husband. Carver argued that Dave's presence would only interfere with Emma's work later. With no other choice, Emma grabbed a gun and took Dave into the forest. Here, Emma realized that she and Dave were being watched by a sniper who was ready to shoot them if Emma tried to escape. Emma also asked Dave to come closer because Emma would whisper something. After whispering something, Emma immediately shot Dave. After Dave fell down, one of Carver's men came to wrap Dave's body. However, instantly, Emma realized that the sniper guard's aim was being obstructed by a tree, so Emma immediately finished off one of Carver's men. After successfully eliminating Carver's men, Dave regained consciousness because Emma's shot had only hit the side of his stomach. Emma asked Dave not to move first because Emma would finish off the sniper guard. Emma immediately approached the sniper and immediately killed him. Then, Emma brought Dave closer to the side of Carver's villa, and she immediately shot Carver's men who were guarding there. After that, Emma asked Dave to save their child, while Emma herself would finish off Carver and her remaining men. Quickly, Emma returned to Carver's headquarters villa and dealt with one of Carver's remaining men. There was a fierce battle between the 2 of them. It seemed they were both strong, but in the end, Emma managed to finish the person. Meanwhile, Carver, left alone, tried to escape into the middle of the forest. Emma immediately chased her. Carver, who realized that Emma was chasing her, tried to shoot at Emma. Fortunately, Emma managed to dodge and then shoot back. In the end, Emma manages to make Carver die, but Emma just leaves Carver alone because she knows that soon Carver will die of blood loss. On the other hand, it shows Dave who has managed to save his 2 children, and then Emma comes until they all rush to leave. On the way home, Emma said they didn't need to move to Canada because now they could live normally like any other family. Emma also promised Dave that she would never become a hitman again, and the movie is over.